Good afternoon, guys. Oh, hold on. See if I can't get centered again. I didn't feel like messing with the overlay this morning, so I just popped all the important stuff back up and left it. So thank you guys for putting up with me taking a few days off. I really needed it. Let's see here. Turn that down a smidge. Hi, G Ranch. So now I'm back to hunting for this other shiny Rattata. I'm going to assume that first one wasn't it. Turned my head for 5 seconds and missed it, of course. So we're waiting for it to start snowing. Because we've got a big old glob of it coming our way. But it hasn't quite hit us yet. Check that other Rattata real fast. Just to make sure. Okay, I didn't figure, but my luck it would have been. I hope the rest of your guys' last week went okay. Ooh, you're getting snow right now? It should start for us in the next 10 or 15 minutes, I think. It said on my phone sometime between like 12:10 and 12:30. I know my sister's like a county or two over and they're getting it, so it's just a matter of time. We spent the day yesterday getting gas for our 5 burner and getting a little bit of groceries we needed, and I washed beds and stuff and gave the pooch a bath, seeing how she's going to be trapped mostly inside for the next few days. Got the big old sad eyes while I did it, but she always acts like she feels better after, so her 10 minutes of suffering is worth it. Possibly. I think mostly we just have the white, but I think that's outside paint, and we weren't sure on it.
No, there should be some left on them here.
There might
Took
be.
the trim paint out to patch, and the lead one told us good, so that was bad.
Yeah.
They going through and see what I got.
It's 12:03. It is 12:03 here as well.
Don't call boys. I can leave back the bathroom with a quart of paint and stuff. Fix the doors and stuff quickly.
Yeah.
I got mud and all that stuff.
Snow's not even here yet, and Dad's already going stir crazy. But yeah, we're in the same time zone. Probably not in the same state though. If you're getting it already, I'm gonna guess you are either to the east of us or to the north of us. I just realized that Alolan Eradicate doesn't have eyes. You can see the screen behind it. Oh no, wait, it has eyes. It's the white on its cheeks that I didn't fix. I might have to take a moment here in a second and do that. Let me see. He should be... stream stuff, overlay. Uh, Give me just a second to let me fix this, guys. No, I need you up just a little bit. Oh, I have the wrong one. No, I have the right one. Okay. There, hopefully that does it. There we go. Yeah, probably. Alright, he's fixed. Yeah, that was funny. He's not completely fixed. I'm not gonna worry about it. He can be weird and just a smidge see-through if he wants to be. Uh... We are just a little under a week out from Pokemon Day. Are you excited? I'm looking forward to it. I like the cold, but all this cold, dry weather has my sinuses annoyed. I'm looking forward to seeing what news exactly they give us for Legends EA. And there have been rumors that we're getting Gen 5 remakes, which I'm taking with a very tiny grain of salt, because it could be possible because they have released 2 games within a few months of each other before, but it's not very likely. It actually seems more likely that a Gen 5 remake would be something that might happen after Gen 10. But I imagine the leaks and rumors are going to get just extremely wild the closer we get to Pokemon Day next week. BDSP wasn't bad. I think most people's problem with it was that it was a Diamond and Pearl remake and not a Platinum remake, which is what a lot of people really wanted. I feel like the kind of chibi style would have gone over a bit better if they'd have made it a bit more, maybe the Gen 5 style of little characters, or Gen 6. But you can't please everybody all the time. It's just not possible. Like, I saw a title to a... Well... I guess it could have a little bit, but also we don't know what Game Freak told Ilka, or the Pokemon Company told Ilka they could and couldn't do. So, I'd have no problems with it. I actually kind of enjoyed it more than I enjoyed playing, which one did I have? Diamond years ago, so I can't complain. I will give Ilka the benefit of the doubt. If they do end up redoing Gen 5, I'll give them a second chance. Cursor, let's move you out of my direct line of sight. Plus, it being a remake, it does not have to be like the perfect game. It's basically just, I feel like they basically just made them to reintroduce the younger generation to the Gen 4 games. But also, you know, we got the Remnants Park from it, which is going to let me hunt a bunch of shinies without having to do a bunch of Dynamax adventures, so I'm not going to complain. Because the less Dynamax adventures I have to do eventually to get the legendaries I need, the happier I will be, because I'm bad at Dynamax adventures. Or I might just be bad at doing them with the generated characters. With the NPCs. But in the end, we'll just have to wait and see. Yes. I'm trading until one of your rats is red, milady. Which is hilarious because I don't think Rattata are actually rats. I think they are actually mice. Oh my god. So we got the other Pokemon home drops last week. The shiny drops. And I can understand not wanting to do Mew as the reward for Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, but Meltan? You guys really had to make it Meltan? And the biggest, I don't mind it really, but it's like, guys, we can't even evolve it. You can't put it in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee and give it a bunch of Meltan candy and evolve it that way. You can't put it in Scarlet and Violet and like give it a metal alloy and evolve it that way, because somebody did a fake video of that and it was so real for half a minute I thought it was actually true. Like, guys, you gave us Keldeo for Sword and Shield, which makes sense. It's like, why Meltan? Like, it's not even shiny exclusive in Go all the time. They have specific time periods where they turn the ability to shiny hunt for it in Go on and off. It's kind of dumb. Hate it when you do that. Yay! It's snowing. I can't see it yet, but Chad says it's snowing. He's about like me. He likes to watch it, and then he likes for it to look pretty for a day or two, and then that's it. Then he wants it gone. Oh, I didn't stick the background music I have in my description. I'll have to do that in a second. Shame on me. I usually do that before stream, but I kind of lollygagged a bit today. Let me grab that real fast. Your regular Rattata. Let me see here. Background music. There we go. I always try to link to the background, to the music I listen to during streams. Going to try to get to 2800 today. He says it's snowing. I can't see squat out that window. And I can't see anything out the other one either. I'll be happy to get this hunt done and over with though, so I can do what 10 or so other hunts before I get to having to do Marowak. But that'll be my last one for this. No, I want to check the one before that one because I was looking out the window and not paying attention. There's my first shiny. So it might take me a minute to get used to using just a Joy-Con again. Three, four, five. Two, three, four, six. Oh, I'm 2 behind. I'm always a little behind. It doesn't always count when I hit the plus button. I need to look into the one shiny counter like everyone else seems to use. I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head. It's something kind of dumb though. Readjust Arceus there on my thing. I'm still hoping I get this dude before I hit odds. Which I should do that next week, I think. Excuse me. There's what, 4,300 in this game, I think? Something like that. And I should hit 3,000 tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Thursday. And then 3,600 Saturday. Then it'll be 3,900 Monday. 4,200 Tuesday. So I would hit odds about next Thursday. Provided I don't get it early. Of course, the ideal thing would be to hit it today. I'm still debating on if I want to do a second round of trades tonight, maybe. Maybe not do an entire, another 300 trades, but maybe do another 150. Oh, I can actually kind of see it. It is very, very light snow. But I'm curious to see what a new thing Pokemon will be announcing next week. If we'll get like a new animated series. If we'll get a new some sort of new mobile game, which I know we'll be getting updates on Cafe Remix and Unite and Pocket and Masters. Will we be getting any news on like spin-off games like Mystery Dungeon, or I'm not holding out for new Pokemon Snap for about 10 more years. uh and I know we'll get trading card news. So we always get trading card news. Probably get a little bit of anime news. I would love to see them do a new movie. Though if it would have Ash in it, or if it would be a side character, if it would be Liko and Roy, I guess we wouldn't know. I miss Pokemon movies. But of course, like everyone else, I'm dying for news on ZA. Dying to see if we get a proper here's the game minute and a half long trailer like the second trailer usually is, or if they excuse me, or if they give us a 30-40 second like the first looks generally are. And it will be nice to finally figure out if we're going to be in the future or in the past. Oh, excuse me. I probably have another one ready to go there somewhere. I have obtained a house, kind of. There is a trailer that my dad's being given. Nice 2 bedroom, 2 bath, you know, okay sized living room, little kitchen, little dining room. And we gotta move it. And it needs some TLC, a little bit of renovating and whatnot, needs some new paint in there, a couple of spots where the floor needs fixed, and so on and so forth. So I'm looking forward to doing that. If I disappear for about a week sometime next month, that is probably what I'm doing, is cleaning it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. And then over the next probably year or so, we're gonna work on fixing it up. Because it will be a little bit at a time thing. So who knows, maybe around this time next year I will be moving across the yard. I have a aunt who had a trailer. Because we have a good sized front yard. We have a good sized backyard too. What of it isn't trees, a couple acres of land up on the hill behind us. But we've had a trailer in the side yard before. So all the hookups and stuff are there. So it'll be nice. looks at me and goes, "You're gonna drive me nuts about this." Like, no, I'm not. It's like, hush, let me be excited. I'm already looking through, like, paint colors and whatnot. Tile for one of the bathroom walls. And quite possibly getting a part-time job next fall to help pay for doing all this stuff. I say next fall, it might be a bit sooner. Have to see how well cleaning picks up this summer. If by some chance I get this dude today, we will evolve him during stream, which means it'll take like 4 battles for me to get him up to level 20 probably, so he'll evolve into an Alolan Raticate. But after he evolves, if we get him today, then I will end stream, and tomorrow I will start with Spearow, I think is my next hunt. Spearow and Fearow. And then it's most of the Nidorans. I have a shiny Nidoqueen already, so... Then I think that's most of my early route Pokemon. Because I don't need Ekans, I don't need Sandshrew, I don't need Geodude, I don't need Onix, I don't need Zubat, Clefairy, Chansey, I don't need Charmander, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, don't need the Abras. It's something like Krabby or like Farfetch'd or something, I think, after I get the Nidorans. Hold on, I have my list pulled up here. Yeah, it's Farfetch'd and then the Krabbies. So I'm jumping from 34 to 83. I have 27 left to hunt in this game, which I'm not doing 2 of the fossils because I want to encounter hunt those in Sword and Shield, so that's 25. Maybe 22, depending on how I choose to hunt the birds, the 2 birds I need in Mewtwo. No, because I'd have to hunt the birds in this, because I don't have a Brilliant Diamond or Shining Pearl. Oh! Need someone to grab my wrists and someone to grab my ankles and just pull until everything pops like a glow stick. About to get up and go turn that heater down. Dad's got it on 70, but I'm good about 65. He stays cold. I get hot. I gotta sneeze again. Oh, excuse me. Might have to get up in a second and blow my nose, guys. gonna jump straight into my sinuses hating me because of the warm, dry air in the house to straight to my sinuses hating me because of like allergies. Oh, we can see it more now. It's coming down better. Nice. Got a couple kind of big flakes in there. Eh. Also, we got news on Fantasy Life I. Excuse me. Had a hiccup, which is coming out in May. So provided like Legend ZA doesn't come out in like June or July or something, I'll be getting that in May and hyper focusing on it for probably about a month. Which should be fun. It all depends on when the games come out, because if they come out too close together, I won't be able to afford them both. Still appreciate they gave her burgundy hair. I just think it's funny. Like, her hair matches the shiny's fur. And Stella's all snuggled up in the bed, snoozing. I think the cat's in the cat tree in the living room. Yes, we're gonna trade again. We're trading until one of these guys is shiny. The little jerk. I was sitting here the other night. I don't quite remember what I was doing, but he was laying next to me here on the desk. And every once in a while, he reaches out with his paws and wraps around my wrist and like pulls my hand to his body. You know, hey, I want to rub my face against your knuckles. Hey, I want you to scratch my chin. Mom, I just want your attention. So he reaches out and does that, and I'm thinking, okay, he wants me to pet him. So he pulls my hand over to his face and bites me. Just full on sinks his teeth into my hand and it's like digging his claws and like, this is mine, I'm gonna get you now. It's like, you little jerk. Yeah. You stinky man. So I thwopped him on the ear and got the offended look because I struck him. You know, I went real light. Just enough to kind of get his attention, like, no. And so he hopped down off the off the desk and ran into the living room. And I followed because I had to get a band-aid because he made me bleed. I had to wash my hand too. I always wash my hands if he like sinks his claws into me. Usually he's just playing. But he can be a mean little dude when he wants to. Ooh, bigger flakes now. And I don't think that's the big glob we're supposed to get in the main part of it. I could be wrong though. Excuse me. Yeah, we're kind of in our first big glob. The main big glob hasn't hit us yet. Let's see here, zoom out. It's coming though. Yep, we're trading again, my dear. Get a nice little mixture of kind of big flakes, but kind of small flakes. So I've apologized in advance if I spend a good bit of time during this stream just kind of looking out my window. I got kind of spoiled the last few days. You'd be amazed how many naps I took. I hated to do it, but I think I just needed a few days off. Let my brain kind of reset. Because I more or less didn't really touch games much at all. Like the entire weekend. Excuse me. Really am gonna have to get up and go turn that heater down though. Ted hates it. He'll come in. Aren't you cold? It's like I'm in bed and I've got it set down to like 63. It's like leave it alone. I sleep better in the cold. When he first plugged it in, was it last month? When I got my wisdom tooth pulled, because he was worried I'd be cold in here, and I don't know. I guess he was equating his pulled tooth to like illness. And neither of us realized that it was set to like 85, which for some reason is just what it automatically sets to when you plug it in. I was dying in bed that night. I was so hot. I got up and went there and looked, and it's like, Jesus, he's trying to cook me, and turned it down to like 65. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're welcome. You and all your rats. Be thankful I reset these. Otherwise, she would have a ton of rats. So would I, actually. I'd have a ton of Rattata. But I've been thinking about how I want to do my next overlay. And I'm actually just considering making it like something fairly thin. More or less as wide as I can get the gameplay preview that's not full screen. I don't know, I'm gonna have to poke and ponder and figure it out. I got a couple weeks still till it's technically spring months. Might do that this evening, actually. So you can figure out what I want to do for my next one. It was actually kind of nice playing through Sword and just not having it. But also, sometimes if you have one, well, people still come in and pester you about overlays and stuff, but also if you don't, like, more people come in and pester you about overlays. We'll see, I'm still thinking about it. Might just do a nice little border around my camera window and whatnot. Oh, excuse me. Alright, let me go turn this heater down real fast. Alright. There we go, back down to better temperatures, 65 instead of 70. I am probably about halfway through this box. Well, through the 150 Rattata I have to trade. I know I'm probably behind on the count again a little bit. Let's see, where am I at? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 66, 72. Let's see. 74. Okay, I'm not too far behind. Ugh. A bad thing about cold weather. It is not nice to my sinuses. Can't remember what games like 90% of these songs come from, but they're nice. Ooh, lots of bigger flakes now. We can get the big heavy snow. If I had a window you guys could like look out of and it would look okay, which would probably be the one over there at the end of the bed, I'd set my camera down there and let you guys watch that way. But I don't know how I would set it up. Also, I don't know if you guys would be able to see the snow or if the camera would just focus on the mesh screen of the window. because my phone camera likes to do that a lot. Uh, uh. Hate it when it feels like there's stuff in the corners of my eyes, just like gunk or whatever. Dad's being ridiculous. Sorry, just kind of vibing here. Dad in there being ridiculous. Alright, 15 away from the first 100. I get when we get snow and it's those big old fat flakes like this. Come on, little dudes. Won't one of you be red? Just sit here and vibe. Glance out the window, watch it snow. Let me get a shiny one of these and it'll be like a level 7 Rattata I trade for it. Level 8. Instead of being like one of the level 12 ones or something. That's the people who do Pokemon music. They give us such good music to listen to. When it wants to play. Come on. Can I get a shiny, please? I'm ready for this hunt to be over with. I took a 2-week break and I'm already done with this. Alright, almost the first 100 down. I have a sister, and she has a horse, and she admitted to me this morning that her horse likes Fritos. Fritos are like Funyuns or something, so she gets those on occasion for like a treat. Not very often. She'll take her like one or two. But apparently her horse knows the sound this food makes when she pulls it out of her pocket because she comes running, which is kind of funny. Ugh. We need the big thick stuff. I'm ready for the good snow. not that we're getting bad snow. But I like it when it's the big white poofy snowflakes. That's the best kind of snow. It looks prettiest and it covers fastest. Had a laugh the other day. We have a Family Dollar Tree. One of those weird ones that's like a small combination of the two stores. And there's a single Pokemon toy in that store that I've seen. Excuse me. And it is a little plush Pikachu. And I've come to the conclusion that much like the T-Rex plush that's been in our local Dollar General for like 4 months and nobody's bought it. If it's still there in a couple months, I'm gonna buy it. Of course, to be fair, the T-Rex plush doesn't have a price. I should literally just pick it up one day, walk up to the front, and ask them how much they want for it. Last time we found a thing without a price tag, it was a squeaky toy for my dog, and it's this soda bottle. And I got it because when she was little, she liked chasing around like Pepsi bottles and stuff. And it didn't have a tag, and we walked up front. It's like, this don't have a tag. How much is it? And he looked at it and looked at me. Goes, give us $1 for it. It's like, okay. So I got a toy for my dog for $1. Didn't I, honey? She's all snuggled up in bed. She ain't gonna move for the next 4 hours. Oh, look, I'm to 2600. Which means I have about 50 trades left before I restart and do another 150. Excuse me. Ugh. Need to see about getting me a little humidifier or something. Still smaller snowflakes. Hopefully we'll get bigger ones later. Of course, we're supposed to get anywhere from like 3 inches to, I think, 8 inches was the estimation. At least it was yesterday. Need to try and replay Mystery Dungeon soon. It's been a long time since I played that. It wouldn't be the remade version. It would be the Game Boy Advance version. I wouldn't mind a new Mystery Dungeon game eventually. It's been... what was it? Gen 5 or 6 was the last time we got a Mystery Dungeon game? I didn't play the last Mystery Dungeon game because I couldn't afford it, but... still, it's time to get a new Mystery Dungeon game so we can include a bunch of the new Pokemon. When was the last Mystery Dungeon game? I'm curious now. Regular Rattata? Regular Rattata. Looks like... no, not Team DX. Let's see here. Rescue Team DX, which I'm not counting. Was Super Mystery Dungeon in 2015. Wow. So other than the remake of the first games, we haven't had a new one in 10 years. So now, I wouldn't say no to a new Mystery Dungeon game. That'd be kind of fun. Kind of hoping that when we get the Nintendo Switch 2, maybe they'll poke their noses into DS games with the Nintendo Online. That'd be kind of nice. Come on, shiny Rattata. Not a shiny Rattata. I feel like I need to start sitting here noping every single one like I was doing when I was hatching Spiritomb. Trying to get the shiny. Keep looking out my window and expecting it to be like white outside already. I know it's not gonna be, but some part of my brain is like, yes, snow. I think the slumbering wailed music is kind of up there with Area Zero music in my brain. It's both really good. I'm a little sad though that it was only done in the one area. Because this kind of has very nice starting a grand adventure vibe to it. Dad walked in one day when I was listening to this. He goes, "Why does it sound like there are wolves howling in this music?" It's like, because there are wolves howling in this music. Like, that's literally part of the plot. The music this that the game this music is from is about is two wolves. It's like, okay. It's like, yes. Like, as much as you don't get it, as like, if you know the stories behind it, the music is fairly cohesive. Yeah, right. I'll do a count and see how many I'm off in about 6 more trades. Get to 620. Ugh. I will be happy to get back to regular hunting for a bit after this, though. I was very tempted to take a week or so and hunt something down in Sword just because. Excuse me. Ugh. Of course, I will end up hunting the shiny Reggies and then the shiny swords because I do actually need both of them for the sword Pokedex for home to get shiny Keldeo. Excuse me. Ugh. I will be doing the Swords of Justice hunt in Shield, and then the Reggie hunt in Sword. And then eventually I'll be restarting one of the two so I can do a Reggie hunt again. So I can get whichever, either Reggie Lucky or Reggie Drago. I don't know which one I'm hunting there yet. That's one of those hunts that if I had two switches, I would totally hunt them together. But I don't have two switches. Two, three, 4, 5, 1. Okay, actually I am on brand. Okay, nice. Because this one here is trade 620. I almost said 320. I don't know why. And I have 30 left to trade. Oh. Oh, excuse me. Eh. Stuffy nose, gunky throat. Gotta love this time of year. we'll get precisely like 3 weeks of nicest weather, and then like the middle of April we're gonna have nothing but rain for a month and a half. We had a pretty wet spring last year too. It wouldn't surprise me if we had another one this year. We've had a pretty wet winter actually. Just not snow wet, just rain wet. This had been 20 years ago. Every bit of moisture we had more or less this winter would have been snow. Global warming. We're back down to little flakes again. Mr. Dungeon music. This one's been planted in my brain since the first time I played Mystery Dungeons, I think. Should see if I can find a Mystery Dungeon soundtrack on here. I don't think I've ever actually looked. I found like a bunch of lists that playlists that have Mystery Dungeon music in them, but I don't think I found one that's just pure Mystery Dungeon music. It's like 90% of the Mystery Dungeon music is just really, really good. Don't think I'm gonna get this batch. Maybe get lucky and get it the second batch. I'm really hoping if I go over odds on this, I don't go like 1,000 over odds. Ooh. Alright, 20 to go. Snap, crack, pop a bones. Another black mouse. That's a lie. That's a lie. He lying. My dad. Yeah, I haven't had to borrow money in 5 years, and he's borrowed money from me. He lying. I don't mind. I don't care a bit if he has to borrow money from me if I have it. But he can't say he don't borrow money because he borrows it from me. Generally. Get my trading done for today and bury myself in a blanket. I haven't showed you guys that blanket yet. I might do that after stream, before the end of stream. Been working on a scrap blanket for my sister. I have a bunch of, not necessarily my scrap yarn, just leftovers from like projects, but my dad's girlfriend a couple of years ago bought me a big old thing full of someone else's scrap yarn. So I've been turning it into a blanket for my sister. Oh, Stella, I'll have to get out there in a little while and sweep the snow off your porch. I generally do that anyways, so when the temperature, goes up and it starts to melt, it doesn't all turn to ice on the front porch. And go out there literally most of the time. If it's just light enough, you can go out there with a broom and do it. All right, 12 to go. Excuse me. All right, 10 to go. Yeah, we got 10 left. And then we start over again. With the same batch of 150 I've traded about, about 20 times now? Maybe a little less than. This is an assumption. It's probably not exactly 20 times, but no, it's actually probably pretty close to actually 20 times. Still a slow and steady snow. Still mostly the little stuff. I'm not gonna lie, I'm sitting here thinking about dinner. dinner's, dinner's 3.5 hours away at least, because we generally eat between about 5 and 6 is when we start cooking. Yeah, alright, 5 left. I do like how well this kind of evens out, that it takes me about an hour and a half to do 150 trades. Big truck. Nice soft music here. Gotta be Mystery Dungeon music as well. Yep, we got three more. Wonder how many songs you could go through here and find bits and pieces of like earlier music. How many towns have little bits and pieces of the themes from other towns tucked away in them and we just never really notice? Alright, last one. See if we can get lucky. Are you my lucky Rattata? Nope. I don't have any more Rattata to trade. You have them all. Do a real quick go through just to make sure I didn't get one and just not notice. I think I should be pretty good. Alright, round two begins. Yeah, I don't need it securely strapped around my wrist for this one. It's just a lot of A pressing. If I had a turbo controller, I'd be crocheting while I did this, but I don't. So let's see if we can get this in this batch. Should set that as his ringtone for his girlfriend. Ooh, likeages. gonna hit a certain point with this, I feel. That if I do end up going over odds, I'm gonna get to a point where I, like, make this an evening hunt or something. No, I couldn't do that. It'd mess up any other hunts. Never mind. Let's say hunt something else during the day and then go do these trades during the evening. We'll see. I'm gonna get it. Maybe not today or Thursday, but I'm gonna get it. Eventually. Of course, I also feel like if I do hit a point where I get odds in this, I might start hunting it outside of stream as well. Ooh. That wind's starting to howl. The snow looks like it has stopped for the moment. Which isn't surprising. We had a little cloud above us and then a bigger blob coming our way a little bit later. I'm doing my duty and keeping my eye on the weather. I don't really need to, but I'm gonna do it anyways, I guess. Are you sure it's snowing, phone? Can I have a radar, please? There we go. Yeah, looks like we're probably out of it for the next little bit. Oops. Yeah, just the next bit. We're in between clouds at the moment. Ooh. Apparently my throat has just decided to take offense to me talking. Okay then. Lady be screaming. Alright, this should be the first 10. Did any of you guys watch the last Poketoons one they put out last week on Valentine's Day? About the little boy who, I guess, got amnesia or something somehow? They didn't have any subtitles for it, so I'm assuming. But it was cute. And I got a good laugh out of, like, all the Meowth attacking the Murkrow, just because they all just kind of, there were so many of them, it looked ridiculous. Like, there were, like, 30 or 40 Meowth, all after this one bird with a shiny piece of metal around its neck. But also, there's a scene in it where the little boy closes the window on the Murkrow, and I feel kind of bad for it because it just it does the typical bird thing. It just slams into it. It's like, oh, you poor thing. Yeah, I like the Poketoons cartoons. They're cute. Hopefully, we'll get a season 3 of them. Probably next year, maybe the year after. I like that this year's was a mixture of like regular 4 or 5 minute cartoons with shorts mixed in. So I think my favorite one from this year was still definitely the Go Goat one, probably followed by the one about the Char Cadet. Yeah. So many mice. Excuse me. Ugh. Because it's better than sneezing, though, needing to blow my nose half a dozen times. Been doing that the past few days, too. Sneeze 4 or 5 times and then end up with a runny nose. Ugh. But if any of you guys watching are in the areas where you're getting snow and stuff, stay warm. I gotta stop playing with the rail on my Joy-Con. I'm gonna end up breaking the little push-pull thing that helps keep the rail locked into the Joy-Con. But it's like the battery cover for the remote control. I don't know how many of those I've broken just because you sit there and play with it. Don't even realize you're doing it. You're just snapping it in and out of the thing. I think I did that with our Roku remote too. uh. Has one of the people who make fidget toys monopolized on that yet? Just a empty little fake remote you can pop the back off and on. I have a little bubble fish behind me. Yeah, behind me. I don't think you can see him from here. But it doesn't do me any good being across the room. Yes, I want to trade another Rattata. I'm not gonna lie, if there's one thing in Pokemon games that kind of died down, it is definitely the in-game trades. Or maybe I just don't talk to enough people to find them, but they don't seem as much of a thing now. Of course, I also don't walk up to every single person and talk to them anymore like I did when I was younger. You know, because you gotta talk to the person in case they give you an item. Yes, we're gonna trade again. Gonna trade to one of these little dudes you give me's burgundy. That would have been a wonderful time for it to have been, but alas. Having not quite Johnstone levels of luck with this trade. I can't say that yet. I'm not, God, what was he? 6 times over odds for like, no, was it 6 or 8 times over odds for shiny Fiona? That poor guy had so many eggs. He's doing the Gen 5 shiny decks now. I think last I saw he was 11 Pokemon in. He might be a couple more in by now, though. I didn't check this morning. I'm kind of hoping we'll get a new 24-hour gin hunt from PM7, though he might be waiting until after Pokemon Day for it. Because I want to say it's only been a couple months since they did the world record, the most amount of shinies found in 24 hours. That was December? December or November? I don't quite remember which. I imagine that one's going to be a big video. I like going through and rewatching the 24-hour hunt ones he has up now. But doing clips for, you know, over 1,000 Pokemon, that's a lot. Big difference from having to do like 100 and something. Look, we're 20 something down, only 123 to go. Oh, excuse me. I wonder if they get to a point where they reach Alola, if they will be including the, like, Alolan forms and stuff. It would make sense for them to. I don't see why they wouldn't. Because they were technically new Pokemon. Really looking forward to see what regional / convergence / new evolutions or whatever we get in ZA. Along with any new megas, of course, but I'm not a huge gimmick user, so I'm more excited for the newer Pokemon than the newer megas. Hate to say it that way, but I kind of am. Hopefully Flygon gets a mega this time. I know they said they wanted to do one for Oris, but they just could not get a design finalized. Are we snowing again yet? I don't think that really counts as snow. I don't think that's even really flurries. wind's starting to howl, though. So I'm getting a laugh out of Dad. He's already looking for, like, stuff to do. And he wants to find, like, leftover paint we have so he can repaint the bathroom. And the funny thing is, though, he's like, I want to repaint it. You know, I have some leftover from the living room and stuff, the green from in there. And it's like, are you just going to mix it in with a bunch of white and make it a lighter shade of green again? Which is no big deal. I think it's kind of funny. 4 of the 7 rooms in our house are green. The kitchen is green, partially. Most of it's like half wall and stuff, but it's green. Our living room is a lighter green. My bedroom is kind of the dark hunter green, as you could kind of see in the background there. And then the bathroom is just a lighter green than our kitchen because Dad had a little bit of green left and he just poured it in a bunch of white and mixed it together. Like, Dad, we need rooms in this house that aren't green. His bedroom and the back bedroom are, for the most part, white. I think there's one purple wall in the back bedroom. Then the laundry room is mostly white, but part of it's just kind of this minty color. I can't really say if it's blue or green, but it's just from whatever color. I guess Grandpa painted it a bazillion and 1 years ago. It's a mixture of a kind of a faded old minty color and then like the siding of the house because it was a weird, kind of weirdly done add-on. It's a big room, but at one point in time it was laundry room slash pantry. So they had to make it at least kind of big enough, I think, to hang clothes back there to dry. When they couldn't do it like outside, so the floor's just like concrete and stuff. It's an okay room, I guess. It's a laundry room. It's just one of those laundry rooms where, like, yeah, this is a laundry room. It's the laundry room. But I finished all our laundry yesterday. Yes, I did. I washed the bed and washed the dog. Get big old sad eyes for the 10 minutes she's in the bathtub. Mama, why? Oh, because it's been a month and a half since you got a bath, honey. We take her to the groomer about every 3 or so months. And she gets like a good deep clean and a brush, and she cleans her ears and trims her nails and stuff. But between that, she generally gets 1 or 2 baths just to kind of knock the dirt and stuff out of her fur. And it's so funny though because she acts so long suffering through it. Then she's happy as can be when she gets out. And then she'll find her a place to curl up and lay down, and she just like snoozes really good for 2 or 3 hours. It's like, yeah, it's like, it's for as long suffering as you act, you enjoy it. You feel better after a bath, just like we feel better after a bath. She does the same thing when I wash the bedclothes. She'll hop up on the bed and lay down, and she'll do that deep breath in and just big old deep sigh as she exhales and lays there and sleeps for a while. Like, it's like, yeah, you're my dog, all right. I think the cat's laying in the living room, either in front of our stove or in his cat tree. He likes sprawling out on the carpet in front of our 5 burner. just all as stretched out as he can be, either on his side or on occasion on his back, and we get a good laugh out of it when he does that. To be fair, though, I don't blame either of them. If I could spend 18 hours a day sleeping, I would too. He'll be up sometime in the next hour or so to come pester me for food. Go shake his bowl out so it's all even again, and the dip where he ate through the center of the food bowl, or whatever, will be gone, because God forbid he can see a little bit of the bottom of that bowl. Yes, I'm talking about you. She don't care. Snow hasn't started again, sadly. Alright, almost through the first 50. I felt like the trade trainers you get here, Tatiana, the person who trades you the Marowak, or the Alolan Raichu, or the Alolan, Vulpix or Sandshrew or whatever, are like the Pokemon versions of the people who hoard like bugs or tarantulas and stuff in Animal Crossing, so they can go sell an inventory full to what is it, Timmy and Tommy, to the Nook brothers. So all I can see is like the inside of their house is literally like Professor Oak's lab with all the shelves to hold Pokeballs. Okay, I'm liking the little chime details in the background of this music. I think I could hear a little bit of like the Pokemon Center tune in it. Alright, I'm gonna get to 700 on this and take a real quick break. Get up, stretch my legs, walk around for a minute, blow my nose, just whatever I need to do. There is definitely a little bit of the Pokemon Center jingle in this song. The dun 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 dun. Alright, almost through our second 100. Hey, you want to give me a red mouse in the next 2 trades, Tatiana? It would be appreciated. I would like this next mouse to match your hair. No luck there. Alright, I should have about 100 left. I say about because on occasion my counter doesn't count when I go to increase the number. So sometimes I'm a little behind. Okay, not a shiny. Alright, I want to leave you guys with the music for like maybe 3 minutes. Be back in a bit. Yeah, the cat. Yep. returned. Had to stop and chit chat with my dad for a minute or so. He's gonna take a page from the cat's book and just be kind of peaceful and lazy the next day or two. I have to poke him and see if I can get him to watch Lord of the Rings with me tomorrow. We usually do a rewatch about once a year. Sit down and watch all 3 movies. Just kind of waiting for the next batch of snow to get here. We ain't quite got our 3 to 8 inches yet. Yes, we'll trade another Rattata. I've got 97 more with your name on them. Here in a bit, though, I do need to go through and do a quick count and see if I'm off any. Do that at about 710. That way it should be more or less just 90 straight down. Don't have the lung capacity to hum this song. I love it though because of just the way the Pokemon are ordered and like where you find them in game and just Pokedex ordered and stuff. I go straight from getting the baby catch Pokemon, the ones that are fairly easy. They don't really move around a lot or anything to the harder to catch Pokemon. I don't have the in between. I've caught all the in between Pokemon in like other games. And while yes, if I really, really wanted to, I could breed like 97% of what I need for this in Brilliant Diamond. I'm gonna catch all but 2 of them, maybe 3. I'm not certain where I sit with Colleen right now, because it spawns in Sword and Shield, so I might only hunt one of it and then do the second evolution in Sword or Shield, like I want to do the a Kabuto and a Kabutops for. Like, I want to do an Almanite and a Kabuto to evolve into a Kabuto and a Kabuto. An Almastar and a Kabutop. Jesus! Eventually, I'm gonna get the fossils right. But I'll be hunting 1 of each fossil in this game, which is worse for Aerodactyl because Aerodactyl's doesn't have an evolved form, so. But I'll be hunting the first forms for Almanite and Kabuto in this game. And then hunting them again in the other one just to kind of break it up so I don't have to get a bazillion and 1 fossils in this game. But I think the birds and Mewtwo I'm going to reset for in this, possibly. I'm still kind of debating on that, because I would have to do some trading to finish Well, they'd all three be full odds hunts. Because I don't know if I could transfer Pokemon back into this game. I know you can if they don't go into any other game, I think. So I would have to like, oh, whoops, hold on. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, I'm just one behind? Well, 2 behind now. There we go. Okay, nice. But it would probably make it easier because I don't have Shining Pearl to have the legendary birds. And I kind of don't want to hunt them in Sword and Shield. So I might do a playthrough of Let's Go Pikachu so I can shiny hunt the 2 birds I need in Mewtwo in this. So I'm gonna have to get used to doing reset hunts eventually anyways for like the Reggies and the Swords of Justice and the Pokemon in Rimness Park. Bless you! There's a part of me that would really love to be done with my shiny Pokedex by like the end of this year. I don't think that's gonna happen though. Just in general, because I still have like 70 something Pokemon to hunt in Sword and Shield, and unless I get like extremely lucky and quick hatches or finds with a bunch of them, that is at least 1 week for each one. So bless you. So I don't know, maybe I'll try and make that a 30th anniversary goal. Oh wait, Gen 10 games should be out then. I don't know, we'll see. I ain't gonna worry about it today. That's a way in the future worry. Bless you! Dad's doing what I do and sneezing 5 times in a row. Should poke my head in there and see if he needs toilet paper. If I sneezed that many times, I'd have snot running down my face, because it would have loosened my sinuses. I sneezed 3 times and need to go blow my nose. There he goes again. Oh, poor guy. Are you gonna start sneezing too, Stella? Jesus. He's sneezing, I'm coughing. Stella's snoring. She found her comfy spot. She's not gonna move like the rest of the day, other than later when we're eating, and then maybe 3-ish times to go outside and go potty. Actually, I should poke her here in a bit, see if I can get her to go out again before the snow starts up again. That way she ain't gotta worry about it. Mm-hmm. Tatiana, can I have a shiny, please? Be my lady luck. Just this once. Well, I guess this would make twice. I'd need to be lucky. Aw. Need to say something really dumb and embarrassing so I can so I can be sure to get it, because that seems to be what happens at Johnstone. Is he'll say something really dumb, and he'll find the shiny, and he's like, no, no, I didn't need that in the clip, no. I would be glad to not have to look at Rattata again for a while after this. Alright, almost halfway through the other Rattata I have to trade again. I want to see someone do a quiz game with the Pokemon music. Not with me, because I'm horrible at identifying exactly which game a track comes from, unless I've heard it a bazillion and one times. But it'd be kind of neat, especially for like more musically gifted. Maybe that gift is probably not the right word. More musically trained Pokemon players. See who get the most track names right, or matching tracks with the game they came from. Now I'm thinking about when Pokemon was in Jeopardy, and like all the Pokemon questions they had there were softball questions. Like, dude, anybody who grew up in the 90s and watched 5 episodes of Pokemon could answer these. Played one game could have answered these. There is enough Pokemon media between everything that they could actually probably do a quiz show for this. Alright, I'm starting to look horribly blue. Let's turn my light on and see if I can't even that out a smidge. Possibly not. But let's see. That would actually be kind of fun. I know, like Purple Cliff and some of the others who do the kind of group challenges kind of do that to an extent, but I would love to see, I don't know, Pokemon Jeopardy, where they get the 5 or 6 different categories or whatever, and then get to, answer questions. You could have like Pokemon music, which would be various music from like maybe theme songs from the anime to maybe like end credit songs from movies, and along with the game music. Then you could have a section that would be like uh, Pokemon history, where what day did this come out on? When did was this Pokemon first premiered? So on and so forth. You could get gameplay that would be like about mechanics and stuff from the various games. Then one would be like competitions, maybe talking about the championships every year. Maybe who won this championship, or who came in third place in this championship, or just random Pokemon esque questions. And then of course one category would have to be like know your Pokedex, matching Pokemon with Pokedex entries, but the entries get more vague as you go. I could have done Gen 1 for the Pokedex entries. I had the handbook, and I swear I read it about 40 times. Like, legit, my brother, well, stepbrother, could flip through the book and find a Pokemon and read out its Pokedex, its entry in the handbook, and, like, not say its name, and I could tell him what it was. Can't do that nowadays, though. I don't really sit down and reread everybody's Pokedex entries, because now they've got, like, a dozen. Would that be fun? Big Pokemon quiz show. I liked that about the, what was it? The Pokedex Pro, or whatever it was they released on the 3DS. I liked that it had the quiz sections there. That you could go through and, like, answer questions about Pokedex entries, and then there was, one that did cries, I think, or silhouettes or something. And then it did the little daily challenges and stuff for like a week. I had fun doing those. Jesus, guys, Pokemon turns 30 next year. If I'm not mistaken. It is next year, isn't it? It's 29 this year? Is it 26 or 27 it turns 30? Mm, 96. Okay, so it will be 26 when it turns 30. I've played this game literally most of my life. Next year. Jesus. Pokemon's 21 years away from hitting its midlife crisis. Somewhere I hope Masuda is very pleased with what he's done. With how much just like general joy and stuff people get out of the comic he wrote, and how it grew into such a big thing. Gotta love Pokemon. The community's not always the best, but every community has its meh. No community anywhere is perfect. Look at Final Fantasy VII and the Cloud and Aerith and Cloud and Tifa shippers. We're a pretty good community. Like I said, you got your bad apples, but that's okay. Also, I like watching the community freakouts. Not even the good freakouts, even like the bad freakouts are hilarious. Remember when they first said that Sword and Shield would be the first Pokemon game where you couldn't get the national dex, the entirety of all the Pokemon in the game, and oh, okay, that makes sense. We're to 800 and something of these guys now. Don't need 800 and something of these guys in one game. Jesus, that's a lot of, Pokemon for a little kid to want to have to try and catch and trade and for and stuff. And the other half of the community is losing their minds. The people who are always mad that Pokemon Home isn't immediately compatible with the new games because they want to play with their old Pokemon. It's like, but that's not the purpose of the new games. The purpose of the new games is to start with and play with the new team. Like, well, on occasion, yes, I would love to bring an old Pokemon over and play through a game with it. If you can, catch the same Pokemon, nickname it the same thing, and raise it again. Because I always start with new teams, for the most part. Let's Go Pikachu and was about the only one where I repeated a team, really. And that was more because I could actually get all the team members in this game, as opposed to in Fire Red where I couldn't. I couldn't get Vulpix. I didn't have the stuff to trade it over, or a friend with Leaf Green? Yeah, with Leaf Green to do the trading. And this, I had a friend who got Let's Go Eevee when it released. And I wasn't able to because I didn't have the Switch and stuff. And it's like, hey, can you get me a Vulpix? And she's like, yeah, give me like 5 minutes. So I repeated a team in this one that I'd had from my blue game. But generally a new game comes out, and even if it's like Brilliant Diamond or anything, I make a new team for it. Try and use Pokemon or Pokemon types I don't use a lot. I have a chart and everything to help me keep track of my types. And my most used type is grass types. Because I do tend to lean towards the grass type starters in games. Ooh, excuse me. Get the hiccups. I'm looking forward to ZA. Chance to revisit some old favorites with some new stuff thrown in. And also the Legends catching mechanic is just fun. about 57-ish left to go. Maybe I'll get lucky and get it today. That's still plenty. That's still 51 chances. I would enjoy being able to start Thursday with a fresh hunt, but we'll see. Usually I would stream tomorrow because I didn't stream yesterday, but I'm gonna try and take it a bit easier on streaming. I was burning myself out on, well, on Pokemon, kind of. I'm not certain if I'll be streaming this evening. It'll just depend on how I feel, I think. And if I do, it'll either be this or it'll be a different game. I don't know yet. It's having a moment again where it's like, okay, you need to stream. You need to keep streaming. You need to go get your streaming done every day so you can try and get more viewers and so on and so forth. And I had to remind myself that slow growth is okay. And I never know. I could get lucky and hit it kind of big when Legend ZA comes out, or whenever I get to the point where Fantasy Life I comes out and I obsess over that for a month and a half or so. Or 2 months, just however long it keeps its claws sunk in. One of those moments, though, because on occasion, even I gotta remind myself that I'm doing this because I like feeling like I'm playing with other people. Which, you know, is what I want. I want to sit here and shiny hunt and have people sitting here with me in the background, shiny hunting as well, or playing through a game, or writing, or doing homework, or crocheting. Alright. This brings me up to about 50 left. I'll do a real quick count here in a minute after this trade to make sure my number is accurate. I've not done too bad today. Usually I've had a time or two where I've been like 10 Pokemon behind on my count. So that tends to be a bit more when I'm catching them as opposed to when I am trading. 4, 5, 6, 7. That is 42. No. 6 times 7. 6 times 6, 36. No, 42, 43, 44, 45. Okay, so I'm 5 behind. Then here's 56. Not too bad. I have my counter set to plus and minus on the little far side of my keyboard. But every time, it doesn't always take every time I hit the plus button. waiting for the next big old batch of snow to hit. Because we had the little one earlier. But there's a big one, like, coming our way that hasn't quite reached us yet. Been watching, here's this dude, and he does, green flag, red flag videos. He's pretty funny. I'm gonna start watching more of him. Green flagging and red flagging, like, am I the a-hole posts and stuff. Or just, TikToks or shorts or whatever of, like, people being just really good parents. 40 to go. You moved. Did you get hot the other way? Well, the only moving my dog's done in the past 2.5 hours is just to switch her position around. Excuse me. This screams Mystery Dungeon music as well. Oh, this is definitely Mystery Dungeon music. This makes me want to play Roots of Pacha. Which has got an update or two. I really do need to sit down and play it some more. Maybe I'll start a new game eventually. Need to hit year 3 on my Stardew Valley farm first. Of course, if the pattern continues, this shouldn't be a year that when we get our update where it is we shouldn't get like a new farm or anything. It should just be like new recipes and new items and stuff. Ouch. Maybe a new area or something. We should be close to the time of year where he starts giving out hints. Of course, I also don't know how busy Concerned Ape is with Haunted Chocolatier. Because I haven't seen anything from him. I should really check his Twitter. I know he has a Blue Sky, but I don't think he's really posted on it. As much as I would get off the Bird app, there are still a few people on there I follow. Alright, I am still on track number wise. Need to figure out if I wanted to do a special overlay for Pokemon Day next week, but probably not. I'm actually not certain if I'm gonna stream the Pokemon Presents or if I'm just gonna record my reaction and then upload it. See where I'm at next Thursday and how I feel. It's about 7:50 because the Pokemon Presents starts at 8 where I live. It's 9 in other places, but it's 8 o'clock here. I feel bad for the people in California where it's like 5 o'clock in the morning. Go ahead and pre-count this next one. I've got to get rid of those 2 little dots there on my mill tank. So I gotta poke my artist. I poked her the other day and she's like, "Oh, I'll show you stuff this day." She's been really busy. She's been doing some overtime at work and stuff, so I'm not gonna get too annoyed with her. She had a bit of a life upheaval. Oh, look, we're to 74 on both. And now I'm to 75. 25 left. Yes, I do. I have 25 more to trade. Unless this next one is shiny, you're getting all 25 of them. Hey, it's snowing again. Nice. Ooh, faster, bigger flakes. Nice. It looks so good in a little bit once everything's got a nice little layer. Let me reiterate, I like snow for about 2 days. I like it to hang around long enough to look pretty, and then I want it to melt and go away. So I can get the swamp in the backyard done and over with. We have a lot of like clay mud and stuff like that in our backyard. And Dad's done what he can to get grass and stuff there to grow, but he has a tractor. And if he drives that tractor up into the backyard, it tears the grass out and leaves big old ruts again. So we'll like have just gotten grass to grow back in where the ruts and stuff he left behind were, and then he'll need to pull it around back for something else, and there they are again. But we get quite a bit of mud in the backyard. Alright, 20 to go. I can see my side screen here, because I do have OBS pulled up on half of my second monitor. The other half of my second monitor is actually the chat screen. I like it when it snows there in the day, but I think the best kind of snow to get is in the morning. Like when it starts snowing just early enough that you wake up and there's enough of it on the ground where you can hardly see the grass anymore. And then the rest of the day it snows the big puffy fluffy white flakes. I think that's my favorite kind of snow. Of course, it's coming down pretty good now. It's not all like big, huge flakes or anything, but it's coming down pretty fast. Which we're supposed to get a few inches, so that's not surprising. Oh, finish doing these trades and then find me something to snack on. I'm a little hungry. My sister laughed at me this morning because I just did a leftover pork loin from the other night and some noodles. And she's like, "You mean you're not cooking scrambled eggs and bacon and hash browns?" And it's like, no. Like, we have like 10 eggs left and I'm trying to kind of keep them until we can get more, and eggs are $8 here. Actually, probably closer to $9 now. I didn't pay attention the other day when I was at the grocery store because I knew we had enough for at least probably 2 meals. Eggs are a precious commodity right now. I agree with the farmer dude I saw last night who's like, "Stop killing the chickens who don't get sick. You're getting rid of the immunity." Maybe when I get the... I'm gonna start calling it the barn in my head. The barn moved out here and set up and have, enough of it finished. I can set up the game room. Maybe I'll be able to set it up so I can face a camera towards the window or something. You guys can watch it snow with me. Of course, that depends on where exactly in the yard we put it, because there is a little shed in our side yard, which is fine, and it's gonna go over there by it. I just don't know, if they're gonna be lined up right next to each other or what. And if that's the case, then that won't really be much for you guys to look at. Go ahead and pre-count the next one. Alright, I still have 14 chances, because I'm counting this one as well, because I haven't traded it yet. My light's not helping as much anymore. Need to get me a proper light eventually. Of course, this one's not bad. I just have it to where it's facing down instead of facing outwards, so I don't get as much of it. Because it is also it's dark out, turn on a light in the bedroom, because I don't want to turn on the big light. I say this is if I don't have a lamp sitting right next to me too. This is just a little LED strip light. To go. It stopped. Oh no, it's still going. It's just in bands now. It's not straight falling. It's like doing that side swept, really wind blown snow look. It's not falling kind of like straight down. It has slowed down again. Smaller flurries instead of the big ones. Bring back the big flurries of snow, dang it. My stomach's growling at me. You're welcome. Now, will one of these last 7 be our lucky one? Let's see. Oh, please don't be the level 3 one if it is. Watch it be this level 3. That way I have to spend 30 minutes leveling it up. A little bit of luck. Excuse me. I know, honey. Big sigh. Can't hum to save my life, apparently. Alright. Last four. Snap, crackle, pop my bones. Hell, we stopped snowing again for a minute. I say that when big old fat flake falls down from the sky. I expected the lawn to be white by now, but I guess not. We're almost 3 hours in the snow. Oh, it's still coming down. Just a finer snow, I think. Alright, last one. More than likely for today. Aw. Alright, so that brings me to 2,800. I don't know if I'll be streaming this evening or not. If I do, I don't know if I'll be doing another round of trading or not. It's possible I could do. I'm not certain yet. If I don't see you guys this evening, I will see you Thursday. If you're where it's snowy, stay warm. Do your best to stay safe. I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.